Hi there. This video is how you actually send invites within System 1. Our systems have loads of reports that can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm pretty sure there's just 3 different ways that you need to send invites across the whole system. And I'm going to briefly show you that now with this particular practice. So first off here, we're going to send some asthma control questionnaires. The report tells us exactly what to send. It tells us that that code is included with the preset. And there's an extra code that we would recommend adding as well if you want to add the kind of QoF code at the same time. I could click View Patients. I'm not going to do that, not least because this is a video. But even so, you can just run it from here. So you can right-click Action, use Communications Annex. We'd always recommend ticking this, use Preferred Contact Method, then Preset, and we've got the folders in here matching the folders that you're working from. So Wellbe Innovate Recall 1 annual review invites, and it's telling me to use asthma control questionnaire. Okay. I'm going to put it as unassigned. You could pick a team if you want it to go to them. You can see here that it's going to add the code asthma control questionnaire. You can see it's including this questionnaire here. You can see what it's going to say. And that is it. Click send. This is quite common. It says this about unverified email addresses. As a practice decision, my view would be to say I wouldn't remove these. It's not highly confidential information. It's just saying we need to review their asthma. So personally, I would put no. If you don't do that, you probably need to then take out the preferred communication method, or you'd look at the list of patients it then gives you, and you'd have to then either verify their email addresses or send it a different way. So that's that part done. 34 comms sent. And I'm also going to add this other code, 90J4. Right-click Actions, add recode. And wherever you need to do this, we put the exact code in the report name, and you can just type it in here, press Tab, and it puts the code in. Job done. So that's the first and by far the most common. It's sending a communications annex preset and sometimes adding another code as well. Less often would be letter templates. We try and avoid sending physical letters where possible. It's a lot more expensive, takes more time, all those sorts of things. But obviously there are patients who either opted out of text messaging or we've got no mobile number for them. Same basic thing though. So I right click Actions, and this time I'm doing Print Integrated Word Letters. Letter type, we have done some of our own, but they're not set up here yet. So we'll just do letter to patients. Again, it's telling me which one to use. So if I go to, where are we? Wellbe Innovate Recall. Again, the folders match, annual review invite. So it's ACQ with covering letter 1. Yeah, that's the one I want. Okay, that. It won't show me any patient data because I have to merge and print. So you can see these are all the kind of merge fields that when I merge and print will get it all put together. You can see everything that's included. We would recommend using a company called WebPost. So you can have them printing physically next to you and then stuff the envelopes and so on. WebPost, who we work with, will take that bit away from you. You pay less than the price of a stamp and they do the printing and sending and so on for you. I'm not going to do it now because I'm not set up to do that for this practice. But yeah, that's all you really need to know. Click merge and print and follow the instructions that come next. Yes, we'll cancel that letter. And again, you can see here there's actually 2 codes to add. Exactly the same thing again. I won't do it now because I've not sent those letters, but that's all you need to do. Finally, the third thing is where you use appointment links. So you may or may not be using them yet. I'd really recommend you do because they're quite the game changer in terms of reducing calls into the practice. So with this, the key thing to know is that you send the appointment link first, then you pick the comms annex. Let me show you what I mean. So Actions, It's called patient appointment invitation. I always refer to it as link, and most people seem to. You can see there the type of link to send. It says only bloods, so that's the option there. Again, we've published our own versions of these that you can use, or you can use your own. It's up to you. We OK that. Again, it's telling me what preset to use. So again, I'm going to do the preferred contact method preset. Wellbe Innovate recall, number 2 monitoring, HRD monitoring first invite including appointment link, HRD monitoring first invite including appointment link. You can see the code that's been added. I'm not going to tick allow reply. You could if you want, but the downside of that is you then have 2 links on the message that goes to patients, and that risks confusion. And actually, particularly with high-risk drugs, I don't want them telling me that they're declining. The only time I would think about doing that is if perhaps on a second or third invite, you want to give them the chance to say if they've had the bloods done elsewhere, that might be useful. And again, I'm going to click send. No emails that don't need verification on this one. It's adding that code, and that is it. So you've got communications annex, sometimes with another code to add. You've got letters, and you've got appointment links. All the different invites and reports that you need to send all boil down to one of those 3. And once you get used to that, it's very straightforward, and hopefully most of the rest is self-explanatory. Hope that helps. Give us a shout if you've got any more queries. Thanks.